Yes, Animenians, what's good? This is another My Hero Academia video. We're breaking down all the previous users of One for All. First user is Yodoichi Shigaraki. Hero name doesn't have one. Known family members are All for One, his older brother. Known associates are the second user and the third user. Age is unknown, but he's lived in many generations within One for All. To guess his age, I would say, you look kind of, I'd say dad in his early 20s maybe. Let's say so. Though thought to be originally quirkless, he later discovered that he had a hidden quirk that allowed energy transfer, which merged with All for One's stolen quirk power to form One for All. So you know, the power to store quirks together and the power to pass them on. Two powers combined. Personality and description: he's gentle, compassionate, and idealistic. Despite his brother's tyranny, he maintained hope for humanity and believed in passing power to someone who would resist evil. Yo, big up Yodoichi, boy, because if it wasn't for you, Hero Society would be smoke right now, boy. Everyone be working for All for One. Next, we're moving on to the second user, Kudo. Hero name is not confirmed. Known family members not confirmed. Known associates, Yodoichi Shigaraki and the third user. His age is also not confirmed. His original quirk power is Gear Shift, allows manipulation of velocity for objects or oneself, regardless of mass. Yeah, that Gear Shift power is gold. Yeah, the ability does, yeah, you're just, as they like to say, defying the laws of physics, or just, you don't care anything about physics, boy. Can go at any speed. That's basically a UFO. You have some type of UFO powers, because that's what they say about UFOs. They can change direction and unimaginable speeds at any rate, any angle and whatnot. But let's go on. Personality description: determined, battle-hardened, and cautious. He was a revolutionary fighting against All for One and initially doubted whether One for All was worth inheriting. Okay, so he was skeptic at first when he, initially learned about One for All, but in the end he did take it. Interesting to see how similar he looks to Bakugo, and the fact that there was a whole revolution against him. So we need to understand, if there was a revolution fighting against All for One, that means he ran the country. The place was his, bro. So that is wild. That means the army wasn't active, the police couldn't do anything, the navy, what? Yeah, that's mad. Moving on to the third user, we have Bruce Lee. Hero name is not confirmed. Family members not confirmed. Known associates are Yodoichi Shigaraki and the second user. Age that he died at is also not confirmed. His original quirk power is Far-Jin. Stores kinetic energy through repetitive movement and releases it explosively for a huge burst of speed or power. Yeah, that Far-Jin and Gear Shift and Flow, bro, that is, yeah, those powers are mad. But that Far-Jin looks cool when it's being used. Very helpful, especially for fight types, combat types, hands types, scrapping types, smoke types. But listen, yeah, big up that power. In terms of personality, focused, loyal, and resilient. He supported the second user in the resistance against All for One and shared his belief in fighting tyranny. Moving up the list, we have Higake Shinomori. Hero name is not confirmed. It would have been good to know the hero names of all of these people, but let's move on. Known family members not confirmed. So Higake died at age 40. His original quirk power was Danger Sense. This alerts the user to nearby threats, similar to a spider sense. I think that's a very good power to have, especially with the with All for One. That means your counterpunching must be crazy. Imagine dropping pull counters with All for One power level. Like, imagine Floyd with that type of power, where crazy counter punching. Personality description: quiet, introspective, and cautious. Lived a secluded life to avoid shortening his lifespan, as accumulating multiple quirks strained his body. Yeah, I think that was his time as the One for All user was definitely was definitely enlightening, because you see how the crack on his face was explained to be because of the stress of the quirks. You really get to see the progression and what everyone learns through their time and previous wielders' times as the user of One for All. Yeah, man, so definitely not easy road, man. You can see why things took 120 years to build up. They had to build up the experience and the power. Next is the 5th user, Daigodo Banjo. Hero name Lariat. Known family members are unknown. Known associates are N, the 6th user, and past heroes. His age is unknown. Original quirk power, Black Whip. Generates dark tendrils of energy used for grabbing, swinging, or restraining enemies. Black Whip is a useful power. I wonder in his time, yeah, he looks built. He looks like Vin Diesel or something, bro, but more burly. Next is personality description. Energetic, friendly, and loud. Acts as comic relief among the users, but is also deeply passionate about justice and helping the next generation succeed. Yeah, you could see that from his interactions with Deku and the other users, that he seems the most bubbly, he does seem the most animated out of all of them. Next up is the 6th user, N. Hero name is unknown. Known family members unknown. Known associates or Daigodo Banjo, the previous user, and after passing away, all the other previous One for All users. The age he died at is unknown. Original quirk power, smoke screen, releases clouds of smoke to obscure vision and distract opponents. You know, that one's funny because I'm very surprised that when we first learned about that power, that there weren't more memes about just like fart memes for smoke screen or something like, okay, I guess maybe it's just me. With the Black Whip and the smoke screen, I wonder if the creator of My Hero put those quirks in because he had special uses for them at the end, or he didn't want to make him too overpowered. Yeah, probably maybe just had to give him quirks where he still had to have some type of technical or use them intellectually. So fight IQ, use them with a high hero IQ. I have to remember the new phrase I coined, hero IQ. Personality description, shy, reserved, and modest. Often unsure of himself, but earnest and supportive when guiding later users like Izuku. I can see that in you, bro. You're a shy one still. The 7th user is Nana Shimura. Ooh. Hero name, Nana Shimura. Really? Your real name is your hero name? Known family members, Kotaro Shimura, son, and Tenko Shimura, aka Tomura Shigaraki, her grandson. Now that was a great move, making one of the previous users the grandmother of Shigaraki. Yeah. It was sick to learn that. Good connections, stringing the story together over time, having more to invest as a reader and heroes in the battle. The battles mean so much to everyone, other than if you're thinking about the details of what the stakes are. We know it's not just good versus evil, bad guys versus good guys. We know it's broken families and bullying and murder and psychological trauma and all type of stuff. Reason for these battles, boy, deep. Known associates, Gran Torino, one of the coldest hero names, one of the coldest heroes, and best movesets that jumping around and stuff is sick. And All Might, her student. Age unknown, though it was thought she was in her prime years during her death. Right, if she had a son that had a youth, she must at least be in her early 40s, I'm saying, because her son looked at least, if we call him 19, she had him at 19. If she's twice his age, he's 38, she'd have been at least 38, so yeah, probably early 40s. Personality description, courageous, caring, and noble. She carried heavy emotional burdens but remained committed to hope and protecting others. even at the cost of her personal life. Yeah, so again, it brings in that whole philosophy. She was a hero that basically caused she was part of the downfall, the trauma of Shigaraki. So again, these ideologies and these family situations are just mixed up, man. Deep, deep, deep. All right, boom. Next is the 8th user, Toshinori Yagi. Hero name, All Might. Known family members, no confirmed family in the series. Known associates, Nana Shimura, mentor. Gran Torino, mentor. Sir Naitai, sidekick. Class 1A students and Class UA staff, colleagues. Age around 40 to early 50s. Original quirk power, quirkless. Come on, we know about Toshinori. Personality description, charismatic, compassionate, and heroic. He is the symbol of peace with an unwavering dedication to saving people with a smile. Despite his power, he remains humble and deeply believes in nurturing the next generation. And now that brings us on to the final hero, the final holder of One for All. Izuku Midoriya. Hero name Deku. Known family members, Inko Midoriya, mother. Hisashi Midoriya, father not shown. Where you been, Hisashi? Known associates, All Might, mentor, teacher. Class 1A, peers, UA teachers, and various heroes and students. Age 16, original quirk power, quirkless. Yeah, now this is the kid of the hour, the kid of the series, the kid of the generation. Personality description is kind, analytical, and determined. He loves heroes and strives to save others with his strength. His empathy and strategic thinking make him a natural leader, and he carries the hopes of all previous users. Yeah, big up Izuku Midoriya, Mr. Pink Arm, the strongest hero of all time, the best hero of all time. Yeah, we've seen it from day one, man, from the hero IQ, from his notebook, and his passion to being a hero. That's someone he wanted that, went for it. But there you go, all previous users of One for All.